smell what The Rock is cooking.
What's up, people? This is Nash Girl 30 here, and these are my WrestleMania 29 predictions for WrestleMania 29 that is going to happen on Sunday. Honestly, everyone keeps talking about WrestleMania and how much it sucks, all blah blah blah, whatever. If you're a wrestling fan, you're going to be waiting for this day to come. You have waited all year for this to show up, and I have to say that there are some matches that I am looking forward to, as well as matches I think that are like meh. They are not supposed to be the main event of the night, but they pretty much are. But anyway, these are my predictions for WrestleMania 29. I'm going to go into the standalone matches first, and then I'm going to go into the actual championship matches. Now, more than likely, I'm going to have a review on this, of course, but I'm probably going to do it with Tama Girl 101. I hope so, because she makes my reviews awesome. But anyway, let's get on with the first match that nobody really cares about. Tons of Funk and the Funkadactyls versus Team Rhodes Scholars and the Bella Twins. Do we care? No. Do I care if the Bella wins? No. Do they need to win? Yes. Are they going to get it? No. More than likely it's going to be the Funkadactyls. So, my vote is for the Funkadactyls. Moving on to a match that I'm actually looking forward to. Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Now, Chris Jericho is known for putting people over, as well as having spectacular matches for people who are new. Fandango is a very interesting character. We don't really know if he can fight that well yet, but we've actually seen how ruthless he is when it comes to Chris Jericho and how aggressive he can be. So it's a possibility this is going to be an awesome match, and I am looking forward to seeing this. So on the real, I have to say that my vote goes towards Fandango, and Chris Jericho is going to put him over and put him over well, but he won't look weak. Moving on to the next standalone match. Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show versus The Shield. The Shield is not taken seriously at all. Not as much as the Aces and Eights. When it came to the Aces and Eights, at least TNA took notice of what they did, and they feared them. Can we say the same thing with The Shield? No. Only 6 people feared them out of a roster of how many? Yeah, The Shield really needs this win, especially if they want to progress into a stronger faction in the storyline. I am rooting for The Shield, but more than likely it's going to be the Faces, and they're going to squash them. I wouldn't be surprised they're going to throw a Divas Championship match as well as a U.S. title in there, because let's face it, it's the U.S. freaking title. It needs to be in there. The Divas match, meh. They might throw it in there, and I hope they do, so AJ Lee won't be in the corner of Dolph Ziggler in his match. But moving on from there to Triple H versus Brock Lesnar in a no-holds-barred match, and if Lesnar wins, that means that Triple H has to retire. We already know that Triple H is going to be retiring soon because he has to be the COO of WWE when Vince retires, whenever that may be, and more than likely that's going to be soon. But regardless, Brock Lesnar has a very limited contract. He's only out for certain shows, and pretty much certain big shows at that. So I highly doubt that he is going to beat Triple H and knock him out of commission for a while, unless Triple H wants to go on vacation and then come back a little bit. I mean, a little ways down the line. But honestly, my vote goes towards Triple H. I really don't think that Triple H is going to lose. I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. But my vote goes to Triple H. Moving on from there, Mark Henry versus Ryback. Yeah. Honestly, this isn't going to be as epic as The Big Show versus Ryback, but since you have a giant that has a huge height advantage and a huge weight advantage, more than likely he is going to look like he's going to dominate, but let's face it, it's going to be Ryback all the way. And I can't say this is a David versus Goliath style match. I don't think it is. I don't feel it is, because they're evenly matched when it comes to strength. But honestly, I have to say that Ryback is going to come out on top because he's freaking Ryback. He's a face. Go figure. Moving on to the match that has pretty much sparked up a lot of controversy, especially with me, and how it went on with the storyline. But let's get on with this. I'm talking about the streak. The main reason why every wrestling fan watches WrestleMania is because of the streak. And who they chose this time to take on the streak? CM Punk. As much as I love CM Punk, and I do, I just think that he's completely random when it comes to this streak. He was just chosen to be thrown in there because they didn't have anybody to actually take over in the beginning. But do I really think that The Undertaker's going to lose? No, he's going to be 21-0. He's going to actually retire at WrestleMania 30. That's my opinion. Moving on from there. Now, let's talk about the championship matches of the night. The first one is going to be the IC Championship match with Wade Barrett versus The Miz in an interactive pre-show match. They have this as a pre-show match? It's the IC Championship belt. What are you thinking? Barrett's going to lose. It really makes me sad. Wade Barrett really hasn't gotten the respect that he deserves, especially as him being the IC champion. But unfortunately, it's a downgrade for The Miz too, because The Miz used to be champion. He used to be a higher champion than that, WWE champion. So honestly, it's a downgrade for the both of them. But honestly, if Wade Barrett loses the belt, more than likely he's going to go towards the World Heavyweight title, and I'm hoping that he does. He deserves to be champion. He needs to be champion. But I really am seeing that The Miz is going to take the belt from Wade Barrett, so that is my vote. Moving on from there to the next championship match, and it's going to be the WWE Tag Team match with Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. Now, this is a win-win for Dolph Ziggler. Let's face it. Dolph Ziggler has a Money in the Bank briefcase, so even if he loses, he's going to still cash it in for the World Heavyweight title. If he wins, that means he's going to lose the Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight title, but he's still going to be a championship holder. So either or, my vote goes to Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is going to get a win regardless. Period. Hands down. Forget the other guys. It's all about Dolph. Moving on to the next match. Match of the night. They might have a Divas match in there. I don't know. My guess is that the Bella Twins probably took a place of that, so I'm not going to go into that. They might have a U.S. title match. I have no idea. But moving on from there is the World Heavyweight Championship match with the World Heavyweight Championship match with Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. Now, Jack Swagger has done a lot of promotion on YouTube as well as on Raw and everywhere else about his propaganda, about his personal America, blah, 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 blah. So, honestly, I really do feel that Alberto Del Rio is going to lose the belt because he's just so strongly promoted. Like, Jack Swagger is so strongly promoted in this. I don't see him losing. That's just me. But you got the Money in the Bank that's like hanging over the balance. And more than likely, I really do feel that Dolph Ziggler is going to probably go towards the World Heavyweight Championship. So even if Jack Swagger wins, he still loses. So really, my vote goes to Dolph. Period. Not to either one of them. My vote goes to Dolph. But moving on to the final match of the night. Everyone's been not caring about this. Everyone's been blahing about this. And everyone's been looking forward to a possible heel turn from a certain John Cena. I am talking about the World Heavyweight. I'm talking about not World Heavyweight. The WWE Championship match with The Rock versus John Cena, Part 2, twice in a lifetime. Yeah. What can I say about this that I haven't really said before? Honestly, I'm really not caring much about this match. I have to say that they actually did a good job promoting this match for the last 2 weeks before WrestleMania. They have done a good job promoting it. But I have to say that I really don't see... It's kind of hard to tell because the Money in the Bank is in the balance. It's hanging over everyone's head. It seems like he's going to go towards the World Heavyweight Championship, but he could change his mind. It could go 2 ways. Here's one way it can go. John Cena loses to The Rock and actually takes the belt, but has the belt taken from him by Dolph Ziggler. And another possibility is that The Rock actually keeps the belt, making John Cena more bitter and actually have him turn against the fans where he actually becomes a heel. It's a possibility for either or. So it's kind of hard to say. In my opinion, I really do wish that The Rock actually holds the belt a little bit longer, but he's a part-timer, so it doesn't really make any sense. But either or, my vote actually does go to John Cena, unfortunately. I don't want John Cena to win, but it looks that way. But what do you guys think about this? What are your predictions for WrestleMania 29? Leave your comments in the comment section below or send me a video response. I am curious to hear what you guys think about this. I am excited about WrestleMania. I hope you guys are excited too. My review is going to be coming up possibly on Sunday, maybe with Tommy Girl 101, so look out for that. It's Girl 30 signing off. Peace out. Bye.